So I am both overjoyed and completely pissed off. Hi, I'm Brandon G. Roy. I just saw a movie. Let's talk about it. Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. Actually, a very apt title for the storyline that we're about to get into with this movie. This film picks up years later after the gang has all kind of started their own journeys in continuing to restore the world after the 100-Year War. Republic City is well on its way to becoming the city we all know and love from The Legend of Korra. Aang is on a mission to restore and maintain the Air Nation's culture and artifacts and just way of life. But on his journey, he discovers something that may be able to take his dreams to the next level. So let's break down my thoughts on the movie. Let's just start with the animation. Oh my good golly gosh. You can see the budget in this movie. I feel like they were just flexing on us the entire movie. I'm like, every shot was like, I could print that out and put that on my wall. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it was so masterfully done. The ideas they came up with to shoot the certain angles as they were animating, and how to give certain textures to things, how to keep things moving and flowing, how to continue to improve how bending looks. Simply everything was next level. Oh my goodness. I don't think there was a single frame of this movie that I wasn't just gobsmacked with how beautiful it was. Speaking of beautiful, the score, phenomenal. They bring back the original composer of the series for this. It knocks out of the park, of course. You can tell that not only the animation, but the score and the recording style of the orchestra was just on another level. Everything about the sound, the instrument choices, and the way the animation was done was so cinematic. Almost like it should have been shown in a theater. While I would like to have seen more character development out of other characters in the story, I felt like they understood what their story was about and they kept the focus in the right spots. In the future, I do hope we get to see other stories from other members of the gang, because they didn't really get the most time on screen to really show an arc, show development, and things of that nature. This is more so Aang's story, which, again, the title is very apt. We do get numerous and incredibly animated action sequences. They don't hold back. Again, remember when I was talking about how they just have been flexing with the animation? It's not just about how pretty it looks. The way everything flows so easily. Like, there's no choppiness. There's no... I don't even know what to say. I think I'm constantly comparing to how the animation style was done in the shows, and just with so much budget into a shorter runtime just allows for so much to be put into how things move, how things flow, how many action sequences are done, and how well executed and imagined these fights are. Now, I do kind of have two flaws with this movie. One, the story kind of covers something that I felt like the original series kind of already tackled. However, I think there are still arguments that retreading some of this material is important, because I think sometimes we go over it too quickly, and in this new perspective and this new angle, I think there's still more to take out of the story that we have here. So I'm not too upset about that. That's just a nitpick. Something I did have some issue with, though, was, I think I would say, probably the direction. I felt like there were moments where the voice acting should have had more vulnerability in the tone of the voice, or something to allow more variety in how lines were delivered. There were times where I felt like we were supposed to get into a more emotional and vulnerable situation, but then it's still kept in a generalized tone. I don't know why we were holding back. Something that allows for the themes of the story to really accelerate is when you feel everything the characters are feeling. And it felt like, because of either the acting style or the direction or both, we didn't get fully invested and we weren't fully let into how everyone's feeling and go along this journey with them emotionally. Overall, I still had a phenomenal experience. I would have had an even more phenomenal experience had I seen this in a freaking theater. Yeah, I'm just gonna rant about this now. Paramount, what the hell? What the hell? I am happy that you guys at least gave it a qualifying run in both LA and New York City, so that when award season comes around, it doesn't get completely snubbed. Do you guys hate money or something? Like, do you just hate money? You understand how rabid our fan base is. we all would have shown up opening night. The preview numbers would have been insane. But no, you said, no, just dump it on streaming. That'll be great. That'll be a great experience. Paramount Plus will explode. Yeah, for 2 seconds, and then everyone moves on. Or just, watches it on a pirate ship, if you know what I mean. There was so much about this movie that I wish I had the ability to go see it on the big screen, having a full surround sound experience, the intensity of the music just blaring through my soul. I'm just imagining what some of that animation could have looked like just flying across the giant screen. Like, the tapestry that would have painted for us. My only hope is that with all these showings selling out, because I would have gone down to LA, but they were all sold out. But my only hope is that these limited screenings sell out so intensely that they decide to expand a lot further so we actually have a chance to see it in a theater. Because I'll go see it again. I don't care. I will go see it again for the chance to see it in that experience. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. I do hope that it does get a chance to be nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars or something like that. It really depends on what the competition is later this year, if anything pops up in the independent circuit and overtakes this film. I think this film has going for it a strong fan base of love, some of the controversy around it that was not the film's fault, and just incredible animation. Oh my good golly gosh. And I mean, isn't that how The Boy and the Heron won anyways? It was just pretty. Yeah, that comment's gonna bite me in the butt later. But I just don't understand the love for The Boy and the Heron. Very gorgeous film. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll let you know when I see another movie. Peace.